It's an honor to have you here, sir. Good evening.
Almost done. Just
Nothing
need
to
tighten
report,
up this
sir.
primary drive servo.
That's a
Doctor.
Oh,
They weren't kidding.
I don't know.
You really are here.
Most of them have lasted
Well, all
long
right.
past their projected
I'm Allie.
lifespans.
Allie
If
Fillmore.
you ask me,
When Father
Built
told us
pretty
about...
well.
If you don't mind my asking...
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, as you might guess, we keep the... We maintain it. There's a lot of the work we do might not be as... So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
I'm just looking around.
I see. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the facilities...
I'm good for now.
Goodbye, then. Oh, I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
there we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll go find him later. Thanks, Eve.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial, then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still. There. All done. You can return to
Scanning.
your journals and remember
Subject
to
identified.
every symptom you experience.
So Dr.
I hope I'll
Ayo
prove a
thinks he
useful
can hide
test
in his
subject for
office.
you, Doctor.
Well, you can talk to Father about these unannounced security sweeps of yours. Ransacking my quarters in the middle of the night is totally unacceptable.
Terminal only. Nice.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
No, I can't talk about that.
remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also...
Come now, Alan, it could have been anything. It was probably...
You're here. Glad you made it.
Find all the control software and use an update.
If it were just the limb twitching, perhaps. But her eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while sleeping can only mean one thing, Max. You just don't want to admit to yourself what it is.
If you're about to launch into one of your impassioned speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls, don't bother. I've heard enough of them by now.
Excuse me.
All new synths must be processed without delay.
If a synth can dream, why can't it have a soul? And if a synth has a soul, then it is a living person by every standard we can measure. Of course it is far more comfortable to think of them as machines, so we can do what we want with them.
If you disapprove of the work we do here, Dr. Binet, you know that I'm trying to tell you.
Just a moment. I never said that. I'm simply trying to open everyone's eyes to new possibilities.
Well, it's an unwanted distraction. We're men of science, philosophy.
All systems nominal.
Good to see you. We're all looking forward to working with you.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
Let's see what you have.
Welcome. Do you require additional supplies?
Let me think it over. Hey.
You are authorized to access my stock of supplies.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
examined my latest reports on Batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family...
Dr. Holdren's synth gorilla project is showing promising results. Hi there.
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. At least admit that it's real. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to Yes, well... I suppose you're right.
Got it. Nice.
Scanner's clear. Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated.
It's great to have you here.
Doc.
Welcome. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I'll reserve judgment until I know more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as... Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that, we've even started to explore the idea of synthetic... You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential...
Whatever. The gorillas are synths too?
They are indeed. Judging by your reaction, we've done a good job making them seem lifelike. The initiative is still in its early stages, but the prospects are very exciting. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but
Great! In any case...
Right. I'm good for now.
Take care, then.
True Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Well, that was...
Hi, Doc.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
That's amazing.
Oh, well, anyway, I really...
Dr. Orman.
One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
Dr. Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
I wasn't aware that I needed authorization.
Father may have given you the keys to the castle, but this is still my laboratory. If you plan to stay down here with us, you need to learn how things work.
Fine. I'll come back later.
So you can interrupt me twice? No thanks. You're obviously here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
Let's just say that you've regained the attention of a certain group that I represent.
Stop beating around the bush. It's obvious that you're from the Brotherhood of Steel. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you.
Uh-huh. Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though Lyons let me go, there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood is having problems, and we need your help.
I don't see how that's my problem. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to...
Father trusts me, and so should you.
You're wasting your breath. The Brotherhood desire... I'm not interested in...
I wish there was something I could say that would convince you.
The Brotherhood desired... I'm not interested in returning to that way of life.
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was...
Right.
The incident... If you bring me solid information on... Do we have a deal?
Uh-huh. Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you... I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your... And fine. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute.
That seems kind of unnecessary.
I assure you, it's necessary. The relay is the only access to the surface that we possess. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you...
Doctor.
I thought I was clear. Bring me the evidence, and I'll consider returning to the Brotherhood.
What sort of evidence should I look for?
If I knew that, I wouldn't need your help. Look for Virgil's notes or his personal recordings. Now get to it, before I change my mind about the whole thing.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
I thought I was clear. Bring me the...
Is there anything I can say to make you
I don't know. Is there?
Why did you leave the Brotherhood in the first place?
I had a colleague. Where are you going? I thought you wanted to talk.
Reporting status.
Pardon me. I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
Pardon
They're
me,
dragging their
sir.
feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Hey, Doc.
Don't.
So,
There's enough friction
here
as
you
it is
are.
between us
Just a name.
and pretty
I'll be
much all
upfront
the
with
other
you.
departments.
We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
Right.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any...
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father, our primary responsibility is the...
If the synths want to be free, you should let them.
Synths do not want. They might look like human beings, but they're machines. As to why they're escaping, our main coursers hunt down and reclaim. They are highly self-sufficient. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to it.
I'm good for now, thanks.
Very well.
It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Greetings, sir. Operating at full capacity.
Please don't get any germs on me.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. Ultimately, unfortunately, no advancement comes as remarkable as ours. The superior synth.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are. When you see what I have, a rogue synth has taken over the Raider Gate. His memories have been erased, and under his leadership, I've dispatched a Courser.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best. Now you should get moving. Many.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I built, too. But that's because I'll only deal with technology that I understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully, it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best-case scenario. I'm sure the Institute... After that, we'll have... In the meantime...
So, you're not in
Thanks. You too.
No, I didn't mean like... I could just use some help. This isn't the sort of thing I'd normally bother anyone else with, but you just seem really good with people, and I've got this issue with my sister, Nat, becoming me.
Becoming you? What do you mean?
I'm just terrified she's gonna start taking up like her big sis. I mean, think about the life we lead. No offense intended, Blue. I can't have her ending up. It's part of the reason I'm on the road so much. I keep thinking, maybe if I make myself scarce, if I'm not around her enough, she'll just... What do I do, Blue?
You just love her. Waking up one day to find you don't even recognize the people you loved.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Blue.
Uh-huh.
You really don't make them like...
Just friends, huh?
But a friend for life.
Blah,
But
blah,
hey,
blah.
thanks again for... So...
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Beyond me. Got it.
Combat robot. Death is inevitable. Analyzing hostile. Calculating kill probability. Resetting threat level. Sensor alert. Anomaly detected. Negative sensor read. Weapons cold.
That's it.
I am ordering you to stand down. Scanner's clear. Reacquired. Combat zone is hot. Running close quarters subroutine. Engaging at minimal distance. No quarter. Engage the human. Engaging hostile. Standing down. No quarter. Assault run engaged. Standing down. detected. Weapons hot. Standing down. Enemy combatant reacquired. Weapons free. No quarter. Engaging target. Engaging. Minimal distance. Engaging hostile. Scanner's clear. Perimeter movement detected. Possible stealth unit and weapons hot. Engaging. Minimal distance. Engaging hostile.
That's it. got it.
Terminal should open this.
necessary, but I'm too preoccupied for chit-chat.
Come back! I was having fun! Come on now, rookie! Down, get down! Scared yet?
for the taking.
I cannot allow these attacks to continue.
Back up!
Hit wound.
Hey, no grip!
I regret any suffering you may incur.
This area is under our protection.
sorry, but I'm too preoccupied with chit-chat.
Got it.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm
Operating
gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Do you understand me?
Reporting status. All functions normal.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down.
You were scheduled for
Not for
maintenance
good,
duty
then.
in SRB last
At
night.
least for years to
Anything
come.
you'd like to report?
And after that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Took you long enough to find that evidence. Let me see what you've got.
If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
This wasn't easy to find.
Is that supposed to make me feel bad? Just give me what you found.
I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
At least the Brotherhood never lied to you.
I'm such a fool. Father took me in. But now I realize if you can't...
Right.
If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. Tell whoever sent you.
You're an inspiration to us all, Knight. Do us proud.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
Will she be harmed if she doesn't cooperate?
Absolutely not. We have big plans for Dr. Lee. The last thing we'd want to do is kill the Golden Goose.
Right.
As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
No time to waste when there's work to be done.
Now that Dr. Lee's arrived, I'm certain she'll be vital to the Brotherhood's success.
You think the Commonwealth looks bad? You should see the Capital Wasteland.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
He didn't tell me anything.
Makes sense. We've been trying to keep it under wraps until the time was right. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's gonna take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
There's gotta be a way to solve.
I do as much as... Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Maxon might have...
Getting a bit of a twitch on Prop 3, adjusting torque.
Delta sequence initiated. Completion time 14 minutes.
Balonet Alpha at 93%, compensating.
Trying to minimize reactor jitter. Adjusting compression rate.
Attention all personnel. I'm disappointed I need to address this, but unsanctioned social contact with Commonwealth natives is strictly prohibited.
Soldier, I don't know.
Anyone who is engaged in such fraternization should report to Knight Captain Cade for immediate
Dr. Lee.
decontamination.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
They may not be saints, but does it really matter if it serves a noble end?
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work.
Taking on a Deathclaw without backup is a great way to get yourself killed.
Duty shift was long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here. When it comes to keeping the Prydwen running, Proctor Ingram's the best.
You know those synths with the plastic faces? They treat me that way.
Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest
Proctor
officers
Ingram?
I've ever had the pleasure of serving.
Things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuator.
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about it. You're ready to leap. The actuators are what allows Liberty. Prime's new limbs. We're gonna have to rip them. What we need you to do is...
Now that you know what the actuators... These are the plans and the materials.
Now, before you get that look on, the only thing we... According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the... We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building... Good luck.
What's that? I hear something.
My arm. Doesn't look bad.
Combat initiated.
Oh no! This rain is gonna ruin my notes. Hey, found them and they do not look friendly.
Gonna be a good one. Oh, where's
Hey,
your gut to
something.
human! Goodbye, human. You will die well. I can hear you.
Wow! There's a whole bunch here, aren't there? Now!
Scream for mercy!
Normal for other trees. What was that?
A noise? I am a super mutant. I am unstoppable. Stop moving, stupid man! You disappear! No fair! Come out, wherever you are! Wanted to fight? Sound, what is it? What's that? Ears play tricks on me again.
Can't break the code.
I am tired of this place. This Commonwealth. Hunt! Yes, my brother. Hunt. But for food? Or sport? What? For you!
That's it. You can't hide from... Sweet. Yes.
You sure know your way around a bobby pin.
Bingo. don't think I can pick this. Security's too tight. Got it.
I hear something.
Hey.
Point the way.
Grab that rifle.
Uh-huh.
Grab that gun over there.
Of course.
Take that weapon.
Can do.
Grab that.
That's a plan.
Get that. Pick that up.
Yep.
Take that.
Of course.
If it was up to me, I'd take every barrel of mutant synth and shoot them into space.
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive...
Shouldn't be a problem.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb... The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military, but since we arrived...
That's going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before Proctor Quinlan...
Uh-huh. I'll head out there immediately.
Good. Because Scribe Halen's established a... I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned... Good luck, Knight.
Senator Maxson. Victory. No mercy.
Come on.
You hit like a rat roach.
Scribe?
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
We're doing the best that we can. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from... Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
That's not surprising. After all, it's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have... I've had the men set up the... We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit... When you find the bombs, plant the... After that, you should...
Doesn't sound too difficult.
Ah, no.
Sure.
Look, I know you've been through the glowing... If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside. Good luck, Knight.
not gonna stay smooth skins much longer if we don't get a move on. Are those nukes? Blue, we're not alone here. Places like this are why I try to avoid drinking water.
Gonna need a password. Hi.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
Who's Atom?
Atom is all. He...
I'm looking for some bombs.
You trivialize that which was the children.
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Atom has no need of help. When he returns, that is why.
Sure.
Just say whatever you have to get us out of here.
I want to spread his, glory. Look, the bombs will get used, okay? Isn't that what you want?
Perhaps then If you would take this, follow the brilliance of the glow. May Atom...
Sir? Sir?
I don't think we'd make pretty ghouls. Now where'd they get to? Come on!
AO compromised. Engaging. Target down. Sir? Sir?
Hey.
May Atom guide you, brother.
Hey,
Just let me know.
get that rifle.
Yep,
Grab that gun over there.
can do.
Get that pistol.
Of course.
Nothing to report right now, Knight.
Ingram?
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
I have full confidence in the abilities of everyone here.
I appreciate that.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled...
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
Dr. Lee.
As soon as those bombs arrive, I'll help Proctor Ingram get them loaded onto Liberty Prime.
Liberty Prime, back online.
All right, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
I've got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Prydwen's engines. Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front. Before you head off to... I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
You think I'll need it for my next assignment?
I don't know, but it never hurts to be prepared. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Prydwen. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you... And... thank you.
I have some important work to do, if you'll excuse me.
This frame is driving me crazy. I've got like 3 itches I can't even scratch.
Docking systems and fusion coolant feed systems reporting green.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Not at all. I have nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something. Unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
The data must be faulty.
The findings have been validated by multiple sources. Quinlan wouldn't have brought this to me if he wasn't 100% certain of the results. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces... our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you and then swore you to secrecy.
You have to believe me. He never told me he was a synth.
I suspect you're saying exactly what I want to hear, Knight. Do you wish to try again?
Had he told me, it would have been my duty to report it immediately.
Don't insult my intelligence. You fought side by side with Dance. I find it impossible to believe you're ignorant of his identity.
After everything I've achieved, why would I jeopardize my position here?
You make a fair point. Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creator, which leaves me... I'm ordering you.
Sure. I don't know what to say.
Come on, Blue. Now's not the time to get bashful. Tell him this is nuts.
This isn't a request that requires an answer, Knight. This is a direct order. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Pinging remote units at 30-second intervals as requested.
Looks like we have a thruster imbalance.
Attention. Due to increased radar activity, all leave requests to off-base sites have been temporarily suspended.
Oh, Knight. I was
Affected
told
parties will have their leave compensated
Sorry
in the
about
next
this
available
business with
opportunity.
Dance.
That is all.
Oh, is this going to take much longer? Your silence is...
I don't need apologies. I need to know where he is.
Yes, you're quite right. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Dance had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location. You may want...
What the...
I assume your outburst was a reference...
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake. Bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show him the respect that he's due. Or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Dance.
Yes?
Proceed, Knight.
If you'll follow me, sir.
Well, if it isn't the man who revived Prime, the Brotherhood is in your debt. Now,
Haylen?
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Danse?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Danse ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not.
Get to the point.
I'm trying. Danse is the most selfless person. That's why I'm If you're not
what we have to do...
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Showed up. Danse had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war US military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
Internal monitoring active. Looks quiet.
Control systems all reporting back nominal.
Engine turbines at 87% efficiency.
Superstructure integrity green. Hull plating stable.
If you find any technical documents, you should bring them to Proctor Quinlan for analysis.
Going down. Commencing lawful use of deadly force.
Gonna be your last mistake.
That went better than expected.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
I wish you would have told me the truth, Danse.
I might have, if I'd known what I was. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected if it wasn't for Haylen. So, what are you...
No.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not... I wish Maxon, but that doesn't change a thing. If you disobey, synths can't be trusted. Technology that's run amok. I need to be...
The empathy that you're showing me?
I appreciate it. I'm ready to accept the... Maxon's...
If you're so eager to die...
If you leave here, Maxon's obvious.
If you're so eager to die, then do it yourself.
If you leave here without completing your orders, then I'll carry them out for you. Maxon's obviously testing you, and I refuse to be the one who causes you to fail.
No. I won't do it, Danse.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
I've already lost my family. I don't want to lose my friend.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I should consider how my death... Perhaps now that you've opened my...
What's our next move?
You need to continue your fight against the Institute. I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, take my holotape. Now, come on. Let's get the hell out of here.
Going up. Ground floor.
How dare you betray the Brotherhood?
It's not his fault. It's mine.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's still alive. Because you're wrong about him.
Him! Danse isn't a man. It wasn't born from flesh. By attempting to play God.
After all I've done...
You're the physical embodiment. Look around you, Danse. Millions. Perhaps they called it a new frontier and... Can't you see the same thing? You're a single bomb and...
Danse wants to save mankind, not destroy it.
You're as delusional as you are insubordinate. How can you trust the word of a machine? Those ethics...
It's true. I was built within the confines of a laboratory. And some of my memories aren't. But when I saw and when I heard your speech, don't you understand?
Right.
From the moment
It's too late for that now. The Institute... I don't intend to debate this any longer. My orders stand.
It's all right. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true... Whatever you decide.
Touching. Either you execute Dance, or I will, Knight. The choice is yours.
After all the sacrifices I...
Very well.
Whether he's human or not...
Dance was merely following a real soldier's...
Just listen to me. If I've earned...
This machine isn't worth...
If Dance dies, then you lose me as well. I can't stay in good conscience if his life means that little to you.
Your meager attempts at gaining...
Whether he's human...
Dance was merely... A real soldier's bravery come...
Just listen to me.
This machine isn't worth...
Whether he's human or not...
Dance was... A real soldier's...
Is it too late to change my mind?
Of course not, Knight. I realize this is difficult for you. So I'm willing to forgive your previous... Now either you execute...
Please.
That time has... Make...
For the good of the Brotherhood.
I'm disappointed. Stand aside.
Just make it quick.
Disgusting machine. Let this serve as an example to the Institute.
Ad Victorium, brother.
This is how they plan to make the Commonwealth safe?
Elder Maxon?
I'm disappointed you weren't able to carry out Dance's execution on your own.
Sharing, huh?
Knight.
What about Dance's corpse?
We leave it here as a warning to the Institute.
What?
I'm returning to the Pridwin, Knight. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Ooh, you got a minute?
Sure thing.
Just... what you said about Nat. Families, it's just... having... Gone. Just like that. Come on!
Going down. In. By yourself.
Now. My hot plate's on the fritz, but that thing...
Can't see!
I'm not surprised. I'm warning you. If you leave here without following...
Going up. Ground floor.
The last person to disobey.
Report, Knight. Have you handled the situation with Paladin Danse?
Do you want his holotags as proof?
That won't be necessary. Perhaps you should keep them as a reminder of your... Of course. Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
I won't disappoint you, Elder.
Had I even a single doubt in my mind, just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and while the finishing touches are being put on report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam.
Trying to minimize reactor jitter. Adjusting compression rate.
Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Danse has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission demands your full attention. Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to... They're a small but capable group.
Right.
Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations, which is a risk I'm not willing to take. If we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
Hit them before they hit us?
I like it.
Precisely. Destroying the rail to that end.
Consider it done.
Thank you, Paladin. Now, before you depart, Proctor Ingram has additional orders for you to complete.
Our sources tell us that the railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. Cute, huh? They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on PAM's terminal, I'm certain we could put PAM's...
I'll try to get it back here in one piece.
Good. It'd be a hell of a waste if you didn't.
I'm certain you'll do whatever it takes to complete. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link. They'll provide demolition support and all the firepower you'll need to take the railroad down. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Engine turbines.
Your promotion was well deserved, Paladin.
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from repeating the apocalypse.
Let's do this.
Search the area.
Over here! Over here!
Gonna be your last mistake! Hey!
No prisoners!
Taking fire! Damn it!
Real bad move!
God damn it.
They're in our hands anyway.
Bastards! Wish it hadn't come to that.
He vanished. Got company.
Leave no mutant alive!
Everyone okay?
What the?
If we're gonna dance... Dance.
Coward!
How far down do you think these go?
Look alive, everyone! Brotherhood is here! Weapon! Oh, God, don't look! They got me! Oh, God!
Fire!
Detonation pack secured and ready, sir.
Damn thing.
The railroad's offering minimal resistance, Paladin.
We'll kill you if we have to! Just leave!
Area secured, Paladin. Railroad's like a scared bunch of rad roaches scurrying for cover.
Get me! No one panic!
We should have this operation wrapped up in no time.
Think the Commonwealth boy's gonna give up that easy?
Hey,
Shoot.
go check that out.
We're only taking minimal casualties, Paladin.
Heads down!
Wait, what was that?
Why don't you people just leave us alone?
You think we're safe now?
Standing orders call for no prisoners. Shoot to kill. Don't worry. We'll flush these rats out soon.
We'll get through this. Stay calm.
Hey.
What can I do?
Railroad's like a scared bunch of rad roaches scurrying for cover. Mission accomplished.
What was that?
Need some help! Hope you make it. You bastards won't take us down. I'm hit! What just happened? I can't see!
Blue, we're not.
Here's trouble!
I wonder if this is normal for other journalists.
Need help here!
You back? Was that you?
What just happened?
Keep 'em off! No one panic!
Come on! Wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
Hey.
Hmm?
Get that rifle.
Uh-huh.
Take that weapon.
That's a plan.
Factory reset mode enabled. Command mode available.